phenomenon, known as homozygosity, increases the likelihood that the offspring will inherit two defective copies of the same gene. This can lead to the manifestation of hereditary diseases that would otherwise have remained hidden. In other words, the deleterious effects of recessive genes, usually silenced in populations with high genetic diversity, emerge more frequently in inbred populations, which endangers the health and viability of the offspring. Besides increasing the risk of genetic diseases, inbreeding can lead to a decrease in the biological fitness of a population, a phenomenon known as inbreeding depression. This depression manifests itself through a decrease in the survival and reproduction capacity of individuals in a population, affecting factors such as fertility and longevity, and resistance to diseases. At the population level, this can lead to an accumulation of health problems and a lower ability to adapt to environmental changes or resist infectious diseases, which can eventually threaten the survival of the population itself. Inbreeding was not exclusive to the ancient Egyptians. In Europe, royalty also tended to keep marriages within their families to prevent power and wealth from slipping out of their control. This pattern is particularly visible in the Capetian dynasty, which ruled France for centuries. Since the founding of the dynasty in the 10th century, the Capetians frequently practiced marriages among close relatives to consolidate their power and maintain influence within the family. A notable case is that of Philip IV of France, nicknamed Philip the Fair, who sought strategic marriage alliances with other European royal houses that were also related to the Capetians. These alliances, although politically advantageous, contributed to a considerable degree of inbreeding within the French royal family. The persistent practice of marriages with blood relatives in the Capetian dynasty, as well as in other related branches like the Valois and the Bourbons, increased the risk of their descendants inheriting genetic diseases and malformations. This approach was also evident in the case of Elizabeth of Valois, daughter of Henry II of France and Catherine de' Medici, who married Philip II of Spain, a close relative. Elizabeth and Philip, although from different houses, shared common ancestors, which was a reflection of how European royal houses were intrinsically interwoven. Although these marriages strengthened political and territorial ties, they also increased the likelihood of passing on recessive genetic traits, which in the long term affected the health and stability of the involved dynasties.